welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be talking about retinol, and I get a lot of questions on my channel regarding retinol and how you should use it and what products can you use it with. So I'm going to be answering your frequently asked questions in this video, and I'm also going to be sharing some do's and don'ts when it comes to a retinol, a retinoid, as well as Retin A Tretinoin. So if you're interested in finding out what I have to say, then please keep on watching. So before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, because when you do so, you'll never miss any of my future videos. And I do upload videos every single week. So to give you a little recap, especially if you are new to my channel, I'm using a Retin A Tretinoin cream at the moment, and I'm using the Stevia A brand. I'm at the 0.025% strength at the moment, and I've been using this now since last summer of 2019. So I am only able to use this 3 days a week, but I'm slowly, gradually making my way to 4 days a week right now, and I think that I might be almost there. So I'm almost at my 4 days a week right now. Now, before I started using this, I was using the Drunk Elephant Retinol cream, and I was on that for a little while before I went on this. And before the Drunk Elephant cream, I was using the ordinary retinoid serum. So I have been using a vitamin A product for quite some time, and this has been a journey so far because, as you know, you can't just jump right into a vitamin A product. There is a way of using this. So the first question that I have here that I get asked a lot on my channel is, can I use my Retin A on the same night that I'm using my peptide? So for example, if you are using the ordinary Matrixyl or the ordinary Buffet, or you're using a different brand that's a peptide, you don't want to use your vitamin A product like your retinol, Retin A, retinoid with peptides. You can definitely use them together through the week, but you don't want to use the two products at the same time in one routine. So if you use a Retin A Tretinoin every single night, then you're going to want to use your peptide in the morning. And if you use a Retin A Tretinoin or a retinoid a few times per week, then on the nights that you are not using your retinol, you can go in with your peptide. So definitely keep them separate, but don't use them together. The next question that I have here, and I also get asked this a lot on my channel, is can I use my Retin A Tretinoin in the same routine as my niacinamide serum? And yes, you do want to use your niacinamide with your Retin A Tretinoin. Now, you don't have to do this pairing together. People like to use a niacinamide serum if they are experiencing breakouts, they have cystic acne, blackheads, as well as oily skin. And I do like to use a niacinamide once in a while, and the one that I like to use is from The Ordinary, and this is the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. So if you are somebody that wants to use this with your Retin A Tretinoin or retinol, retinoid, you want to apply this first, as this is a water-based serum, and then go in with your retinol afterwards. So yes, you definitely can use this with your retinol, and if you also use this in the morning, you can use this twice a day. The next question that I have here that I also get asked a lot on my channel is, can I use my Retin A in combination to my glycolic acid toner in the same routine? Now, when it comes to acids, you don't want to use acids in combination to your retinol, and that goes for any type of acid. That goes for glycolic, lactic, salicylic acids, any type of AHA or BHA product. You don't want to use these in combination to your retinol. These can cause more irritation, more sensitivities, and dryness, so keep these separate at all times. So if you're somebody that does not use a retinol every single night, then on the nights that you are not using your retinol, you can go in with your glycolic acid toner or any other acid for that matter. The next question that I have here is, I have a vitamin C that I like to use, but I like to use this at nighttime. But I also use my Retin A Tretinoin and have been using these two together. Is this a good thing, or should I be separating these two together? Now, when it comes to a Retin A or a retinol for that matter, you don't want to be using this in combination to your vitamin C serum or any type of vitamin C product for that matter. You need to keep these separate as well. So what I recommend, and this is what I do, I like to use my vitamin C serums in the morning and my retinol treatments at nighttime. So yes, definitely keep them separate and don't be using the two together anymore. The next question I have here is, I use a Retin A Tretinoin at nighttime. Can I use my hyaluronic acid in the same routine as my Retin A? And yes, you do want to use your hyaluronic acid in combination to your Retin A Tretinoin or retinol or retinoid. I highly recommend this combo. I do this all the time when I'm using my Retin A Tretinoin, and the hyaluronic acid that I love to use is the ordinary hyaluronic acid plus B5. So even though this has the word acid in it, it's still not your glycolic, your lactic, or salicylic acid. This is completely different to your high strength acids. So a hyaluronic acid is your humectant, and this is going to penetrate into the deeper layers of your skin, and it's going to hydrate your skin, and it's going to keep your skin plump and moisturized. So I always suggest to use your hyaluronic acid first and then go in with your retinol afterwards, and I would definitely recommend this combo. So yes, you do want to use your hyaluronic acid with your Retin A. The next question I have here is, what age can I start using a retinol? Now, you want to start using a retinol or some sort of a vitamin A product in your mid-20s to your early 30s. I believe that is a good time to start using a vitamin A product for prevention, and that's my own personal opinion. I'm not a doctor. You do want to ask your doctor or dermatologist that question just to be 100% sure. But when it comes to teenagers, you really don't need to start using a retinol when you're in your teens unless it's been prescribed for acne. So not only is a retinol, a Retin A Tretinoin prescribed for anti-aging, but it's also prescribed for people who do have acne and chronic acne. So you will see a lot of teenagers on Retin A for this use just to help clear up their acne. But if you strictly want it for anti-aging and for prevention, then I would say your mid-20s to early 30s is probably a good time to start. The next question that I have here is it necessary to apply a moisturizer on top of your Retin A Tretinoin or retinol? And yes, you do want to apply a moisturizer on top of your Retin A Tretinoin, a retinol, or even a retinoid. It's best to keep your skin as hydrated as possible, keeping it moisturized, because these products can cause dryness, especially a couple of days later. So if you're consistent and you keep your skin hydrated and moisturized, you're not going to see as much dryness, and you will prevent further dryness from happening. So yes, you do want to apply a moisturizer on top, and it doesn't matter what kind of moisturizer, as long as that moisturizer does not have a retinol in it, does not have AHAs or BHAs or some sort of an exfoliating ingredient. You want to use a gentle moisturizer that's very hydrating. So the one that I like to use is the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This is for normal to oily skin, and this is the PM formula, and I like to apply this on top of my Retin A after it's soaked in. So what I like to do is I like to put my Retin A across my skin, I let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I go in with this moisturizer just for added moisture, and I see better results that way. My skin doesn't get as dry, and your skin feels better afterwards, because if you are somebody that uses these products, sometimes your face feels a little bit tight after you apply a Retin A Tretinoin to your skin. So applying a moisturizer on top will definitely help, and it will keep you hydrated all night long. The next question that I have here is it necessary to be wearing a sunscreen every day, even though I'm wearing my Retin A Tretinoin at nighttime? Absolutely, you do want to use an SPF, because Retin A's, retinols, and retinoids will make your skin more sensitive, especially to the sun. So you do want to protect your skin. And Retin A Tretinoin and all of these vitamin A products, this is going to help with anti-aging. It's going to help prevent further fine lines and wrinkles. It's also going to diminish fine lines and wrinkles over time. This is also going to help to eliminate dark spots, past acne scarring, hyperpigmentation. So to eliminate all of this and not wear an SPF, you're defeating the purpose, and you're not going to see improvements in the long run. So definitely use an SPF every day. I did upload a video a few weeks ago on my top face sunscreens. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it below for you, as well as up here. But for example, there's two here that I really love, and I have one tinted and one non-tinted. So the one that I typically like to use on an everyday basis is the Ulta MD Skincare UV Daily SPF 40. And this is a sheer moisturizing facial sunscreen that works perfectly under makeup, and it works well with a lot of skincare products as well. And this never disappoints me, and I absolutely love this sunscreen for every day. This is a chemical / mineral sunscreen, so it's not completely mineral, but it's also not completely a chemical sunscreen. And I love the way that this applies to the skin. You don't have a white cast with this, and I love it. And for a tinted one that I've really been loving is the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral SPF 30 Broad Spectrum. And this is actually an oil-free tinted SPF, and this also works well under makeup, works well with all of my other skincare products, and this has the perfect tint to it. The next question I have here is, I just got prescribed Retin A Tretinoin by my dermatologist. He did tell me a little bit on how to use it, but can I start using it every day because I want to see the results quicker? So no, you don't want to start using your Retin A Tretinoin every day when you're first starting out. That goes for a retinol as well as a retinoid. Even if you are on the lowest strength, you still don't want to be using these every day when you're first starting out. So you want to start off with 1 day a week. Do that for a few weeks. See how your skin does. Then add your 2nd day a week and see how your skin does from there, and gradually work your way up to 7 days a week. This may take a long time. This may take several months to a year, sometimes even a couple years, because everyone's skin's different and we all tolerate to vitamin A products differently, especially a Retin A Tretinoin. So like I said, I'm only using mine 3 days a week. I'm pretty much at my 4 day a week mark, but that took me a fairly long time. It's almost been a year since I've been on my Retin A Tretinoin, and I'm still only at 3 days a week. So gradually work your way up, because when you do this, you're going to see less irritation, less sensitivities, and you don't want to just jump right into this product and use it every day. You want to be cautious, and you want to make sure that you're using these products carefully and properly. The next question I have here is, I find it really hard to spread my Retin A Tretinoin across my skin, especially evenly. I feel like I'm using more than just a pea-sized amount. Then of course I'm seeing more irritation a few days later. What can I do? So when it comes to your Retin A Tretinoin, especially a retinol that's a cream based, it is hard to spread it across your skin, because all you need is a pea-sized amount, and that is it. And that's all you want to apply to your whole skin. So yes, I agree, it's very hard to spread a pea-sized amount across your face. So a lot of people like to mix their Retin A Tretinoin with their moisturizer. Again, a moisturizer that's very gentle and hydrating, that does not have any acids in it. And a lot of people like to mix that two together and apply it to the skin. But there's one product that I love to use with my Retin A Tretinoin, and my dermatologist actually recommended this for me, and I see great results this way. And I'm using the Obagi Nu Derm Blend Effects, and this is a skin brightener plus blending cream. So this is what I mix my Retin A Tretinoin with. So I apply a pea-sized amount of my Retin A Tretinoin. I then squeeze a decent amount of the Obagi blender, and then I mix the two together and apply it to my skin. The spreadability is absolutely amazing, and it just helps to spread the product. But not only that, this is also a skin brightener product. So this actually has arbutin in here, and arbutin is actually a skin lightener. So if you are somebody that has hyperpigmentation, dark spots, past acne marks, this is going to be a fabulous product even on its own to help lighten those areas. So I do have a lot of redness on my chin, I do have redness on my cheeks, and I do have past acne marks on my cheeks as well that I've mentioned to you guys many times in my videos. So I do like to incorporate arbutin in my skincare routine, and that's why I decided to pick this product and mix it in with my Retin A. You're getting a double whammy, and I just feel like it's a great treatment to use a few nights a week. So this is what I like to use with my Retin A Tretinoin, but if you don't want to invest in this product, using your everyday moisturizer that's gentle and hydrating is perfectly fine as well. The last question that I'm going to answer in this video is it okay to apply a retinol or a Retin A on my neck? Now, when it comes to our neck is a very tricky area when it comes to anti-aging products. So whether that's a retinol, a retinoid, a Retin A, any type of AHA or BHA acid, and even a vitamin C serum, these products can irritate the skin on your neck. Now, when it comes to our neck area, the skin is a lot thinner there, and we don't have the oil glands on our neck like we do on our face. So we don't produce oil that is going to help protect the area. So when it comes to these high strength anti-aging products, you really do need to be careful. I am one person that cannot apply a Retin A on my neck. As soon as I do that, my neck goes red immediately. It starts to feel like it's burning, almost like it's sunburnt, and then a few hours later I get all of these little red bumps that form on my neck, and they do turn into little white heads. So it's very irritating and it's unpleasant to go through, and there's a lot of people in this world that can use a Retin A on their neck, but a lot of us can't. So if you have never done this before, be very, very careful on how you do it. I would definitely start with 1 day a week, and the amount that you apply to your face, I would do way less than that for your neck. So usually you would need a pea-sized amount for your face. I would do half of that and dilute the product and apply a lot of moisturizer and mix it together and apply it to your neck and see how you do. It may take a day or two before you see any sensitivities at all, but just be very careful on how you do it. So that is everything in today's video, and I really hope that you found this video helpful. Again, I get a lot of questions on retinol, and I get a lot of questions on skincare in general, so I will do another video very soon on general skincare questions, and I will have that video up for you guys very shortly. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. So take care, and we'll see you guys then. Bye guys.